When Red Dead Redemption 2 transitions from Arthur Morgan's story to John Marston's Epilogue, one of the first truly grounding experiences John has in his attempt to build an honest life comes through his interactions with David Geddes, the owner of Pronghorn Ranch in West Elizabeth. Geddes is a relatively minor character compared to the gang members we knew in the main story, but his role in John's life is incredibly meaningful, because he represents one of the first real chances John gets to leave his outlaw past behind and try to live as a decent man. John initially arrives at Pronghorn Ranch out of necessity. After the main story's violence, the collapse of the Vander Linde gang, Arthur's death, the years on the run, he's trying to honor the promise he made to Abigail to give their son Jack a stable upbringing. He gets work at the ranch helping with everyday tasks that couldn't be more mundane compared to his past life. Tending livestock, fixing fences, teaching Geddes' young son Duncan how to ride a horse, and helping with a horse birth. Geddes doesn't treat John like just another hired hand. He treats him with quiet respect. He sees that John might have a past and was a sly-looking face, and even suggests as much to John, but makes it clear that in his ranch, what matters is work and integrity. That line about this being the land of second chances isn't heroic dialogue so much as a real invitation for John to start over. When trouble strikes, specifically an attack by the Laramie gang, Geddes doesn't just look to John as another worker, but as someone he trusts to help defend his home. He arms John and other ranch hands and urges them to take the fight to the Laramies. John's participation in that assault isn't just a gameplay shootout. It's the first time in the epilogue we see him step into violence with a purpose beyond his own survival. He's defending a community that has accepted him, that has given him real responsibilities and real trust. Afterward, when the Laramies are beaten back and the ranch saved, Geddes thanks him in a way that feels personal, because it was. That connection deepens later when John decides it's time to try and secure a permanent future for his family. He approaches Geddes about helping him get a bank loan so he can buy his own land at Beecher's Hope. Geddes doesn't just agree in a perfunctory way. He genuinely offers to vouch for John because of what he's seen, a man trying to do right by his family after a life of hardship. He points John toward his distant cousin, Ansel Atherton, a banker in Blackwater who ultimately approves the loan. But it's Geddes' endorsement that makes that happen. Without Geddes' credibility, that bank would have almost certainly turned John away outright. There's no grand speech in any of these moments. There doesn't need to be. What makes Geddes notable is that he treats John like a man capable of change, not like an outlaw defined forever by his past crimes. Even small gestures, the way he trusts John with his son, the way he freely helps when John asks for assistance, underscore a depth that the devout Western outlaw stories rarely bother to explore. By the time the narrative has progressed and John actually owns his own ranch, the Geddes family sends old furniture to the Marstons as a housewarming gift. It's a gesture that might seem quaint, but it's symbolic. Geddes didn't just give John work, he gave him a community, a reputation, and the belief that he could be better.